Hey team, sorry I'm a little late. I am having technical difficulties. Apparently this Monday, my computer's reminding me that I need to upgrade my browser. It's a good thing I have determined to start my day positive because it's really frustrating when you go to begin your work and something gets in the way. But I guess that's inevitable, right? Which is why we need tips and strategies to work around them, which is what I'm here for. So it's just kind of hilarious and ironic that the universe would deliver that opportunity for me. So yeah, this is the positive and productive Monday chat. I try to keep it brief, which is difficult because I like to talk. But today I kind of want to share two strategies that are really similar. They're both about prioritizing. One's within the 24 hours within your day, but the other one's within your life. So yeah, I guess we'll start with the within your life one. And there's a great article that summarizes this information. I'll post it in the comments. But David Allen, you've probably heard me mention him before. He wrote a book called Getting Things Done that kind of changed my life when it came to getting things done. I've always been pretty obsessed. Yeah, I think that's the correct word. Obsessed with finding the most efficient way to do things. Like, if I'm gonna drive somewhere, I have to know a week in advance so that I can plan out all the stops and make sure that it works. Or I'm gonna analyze if it's better to go the quickest route, due to traffic and speed zones, or the shortest route, which might take longer but be less mileage, so keeping track of the gas. And I know that sounds not fun, but for some reason my brain likes those kind of puzzles. So if you have a brain like that, highly recommend this book, Getting Things Done. If your brain does not work like that, but you're looking for that type of efficiency, then just look up David Allen's tips. Don't read the book, watch a TED Talk or a video and or maybe my videos and learn that way. But yeah, so the whole purpose of this is to be positive and productive, right? Productivity does not necessarily equate to positivity and vice versa. So in the beginning, all I care about is that you all are finding ways to get joy into your life. Like Lynn saying good morning, that brings joy into my life. Thank you. I love the connection. But sometimes when we're productive, that opens up more hours in our day to do things that fill us up. So let's start by talking about our day. When you go to start your morning, maybe it's after you have your coffee, you got some meditation in, but when you're ready to actually start the work, it's really common to write a to-do list, either mentally or physically on a piece of paper. What I'm going to challenge you to do today, and hopefully right now actually, is to write down 5 things you must do today, or you feel that you need to do. I guess I'll do it with you, right? So I know I need to get in a workout. I need to put in my Instacart order, because who knows how long it's going to take. I don't want to run out of food. I need to meditate. I need to clean out my email. I must deal with, but really just kind of see what came in through the weekend. And I need to do food prep, right? So I got 5 things. Hopefully you do too. And what I want you to do is label them in order of desire. So when I look at my list of 5, what do I want to do the very least? Probably my email. So I'm going to label that number 1. And then I'm going to say, okay, the thing I want to do more than my email, but less than everything else, that's number 2. So for me, that'd probably be Instacart. And so on and so forth. I'm going to challenge you today, in this day only, to just do the one that you appreciate the least first. Get it out of the way. Because those are usually the things that get pushed to the side and then not dealt with. Laundry. Ooh, I probably should swap out food prep for laundry. Thanks for the reminder. I think, thanks. So that's pretty simple, and it's kind of something we've talked about in the past. You might heard of like eat the frog first or eating the elephant. Like, how do you do it? One bite at a time. So do the thing you like the least first, because the other stuff is more desirable. They'll carry their own momentum, right? If you're doing stuff that you like to do, you're going to run out of energy. The last thing you want is all of the things that you have to do, which you don't enjoy doing, when you're tired and out of energy. Which brings me to the larger view of this. David Allen talks about it. He calls it the different horizons of focus. So there's your daily horizon. That's like the ground view. What's on my calendar, what, if you have a meeting or laundry, which is the rest of your week's dependent on it, so that you have clothes to wear, that's your ground view. But you're also going to have 1,000-foot view. This is kind of looking at small goals that take more than a day to accomplish. This could be like a household repair, or, maybe you have like a 1-month fitness goal. Nothing big in your life. I mean, it's important, but not huge. These are important to look at also because they're not time dependent, right? And if we're always on that ground view, taking care of the emails as soon as they come in and going to the meetings when we have to, this 1,000-foot view stuff gets kind of pushed to the side. I'm like, oh, next month I'll clean the gutters, or next month I'll begin my daily workout plan, or next month. So what he says is when you're planning, you also need to make sure you put time into your schedule for this 1,000-foot view. But then there's the other view. I think he calls it 30,000 foot. Like I said, I'll post an article that will eloquently explain this much better than I can. But these are the big life things that are hard to think about and focus on. Starting a passive income business, maybe not just working out that 1,000-foot view. Maybe the higher 30,000-foot view is I want to work out so much that within 5 years I'm running a Spartan race, or coaching a class at Rockcovery, or competing in some type of sport. If you just think about those but never honor them in your daily schedule and planning, they're not going to happen, right? So it's important that you etch out time, even if it's just 15 minutes, to work on those really lofty 30,000-foot goals that are meaningful to you. So today, my positive and productive tip is figure out what you want to do and then prioritize. What that looks like in your day is prioritize the things that need to get done that you don't like doing, get them out of the way first. What that means in your life, really take a long distance view. I hesitate to call it a plan, right? Because best laid plans, you know what happens to them. And when we're exerting our will all over the place, it usually gets messy. But it's important to understand your values and your desires, right? So I'm not going to say I have a 5-year plan and this is how it's going to happen, but I am going to say I have a 5-year goal. In 5 years, I want to publish a book, or in 5 years, I want to X, get this job, complete this task. It's not a specific plan, it's a goal. It's something I'm reaching towards, but I know that there's going to be meandering and it may or may not end up the way that I'm visioning it in my mind. But that keeps you focused on your life. So make sure you carve out time to prioritize and do what's really important to you. Any questions or comments? We have a couple minutes. While I'm waiting, I'm going to figure out how to post this because I'm streaming from my phone, which is weird. My computer did not want to work today. Oh, I figured it out. Yay. Hey, Mo. Happy you joined us. Okay. Got the link in there. It's called 6 Horizons of Focus. Based on Getting Things Done, that book I was referencing by David Allen. It's a pretty short read. It doesn't talk about that day-to-day prioritization of your list of the 5 things you need to do, but it gives a really concise, clear description of those different layers of priority. And then, of course, at the bottom, he has tons of links to other articles if you're looking for information. But yeah, so being positive doesn't mean always smiling and being happy, but it does mean doing the best with what you have in any given moment and being grateful in every given moment. And I think being productive opens up more time for you to enjoy the things around you or to create things around you for you to enjoy if you're not seeing what you like in your world. Actually, before we pop off, I think this might be a good kind of little vignette to explain it. I was talking with one of my friends about recovery and time, and my friend shared that they were feeling like they were giving a lot out but not getting as much in, and owned that. Like, I'm not chasing my own recovery in the way that I used to. And then the fear was, if this friend were to start prioritizing their own recovery in a different way, that would make less time for them to help all of the people that they love and care about, and that's important to them. And I said, what if it doesn't? What if you highly concentrate all of what you're putting out so it takes less time? Then you have the time to honor yourself while still doing what makes you feel good and connected to the people that you love and care about. And I think that's kind of what I'm getting at today. It's not about just being uber productive and checking things off lists and being busy. Like, I hate that. What it is about is being more intentional, more specific, and more selective about what you engage with so that you have time to create this richer life, because that's what we all deserve. And to me, that's where positivity comes from. When I'm living in my purpose and in my values, I'm able to bring the best version of myself to every task that I do, whether it's being a mother or playing with my puppies or doing a Facebook Live discussion, or you name it, right? So that's my hope for all of you, is that you find a way to do the things that you're doing that brings you positivity. Yeah. That's it. Can't get any better than that. I appreciate you being here. I'll be back next Monday. I also want to remind you, tomorrow is Giving Tuesday, so not just recovery, but the entire nation, probably world, I don't know, I guess I haven't looked enough, is promoting giving back to the people who give to you, to support each other during this pandemic. And we've got two things going on: the coronavirus or COVID-19 pandemic, but we also have the epidemic that's existed since before all of this sickness hit the nation, and that's the crisis of substance use disorder, specifically opiates, but really lots of people struggle in many different ways. So I encourage you to give back, whether it's time, energy, connecting with people you haven't heard from, or if none of those things work for you and you prefer it financially, you can give to any organization, including recovery, through online donations. So don't forget about that for Giving Tuesday tomorrow. And as far as being positive and productive, I will see you next Monday. Bye.